too cold. It's a good thing I'm not squeamish. First meal of the trip, satay babi, which is basically pork satay. The privacy screen coming down. First night in Bali. This was my first time in Bali, which is not typical. We are so close to Indonesia, and so I think a lot of Aussies go to Bali as a matter of course during their lifetime. And for some people, they go many times in their lifetime. It takes about 3.5 hours to fly from Perth to Bali, and it takes a little bit more time to fly to the eastern states. Like if you wanted to get to Sydney, it takes longer than it does to go to Bali by a smidge. Bali's very popular. We are at a restaurant called Tandjung Sari by the beach. Good. Cold coffee. Well, lukewarm coffee. Favorite meal of the day. Breakfast. Yes, I'm eating a broccoli and cauliflower salad for breakfast. Well, it's on offer, so. ayam lada hitam. Well cooked egg omelette. Just finished a 5k. Extremely humid this morning. Anyway, time for some tricep dips and push-ups. Ooh, nice. This really reminds me of my childhood beach holidays. Guys, the water's too cold, so I'm not going in. I really, really don't like the cold. We booked this category of room specifically because we have access to this private pool area. I don't want to go to the communal pool. Yeah, first world problem. Time for a run. Nice one this morning. Another morning, another walk along the esplanade of Sanur, contemplating whether or not to have a dip in the sea later on or at some point. I'm not sure yet, but I think I might do because the water will be warmer than in the pool. We'll see. The weak tea. We've just come from having our mid-morning coffee, except that I had a tea this morning instead of a coffee because for the last week or so, every morning I've had gastrointestinal difficulties after having my morning coffee. So I thought I would forego the coffee this morning and see whether it helps. So far, so good. That's a kite that looks like a ship. Just heading out to dinner. I had the dreaded Bali Belly last night. Was up for about 3 hours, I think. Back and forth to the toilet. It wasn't the best night, but it could have been worse. It can always be worse, right? And surprisingly, I don't feel too bad, even though I probably managed only 5 hours sleep or something. I actually feel quite okay. I'm not doing a run this morning because I don't think I can manage it. Although it's quite cool this morning. It's actually really nice. It's not too humid. I will probably fit in a gym workout this afternoon. Just keep my fingers crossed that I'm better today. But I have been taking these tablets that are recommended for travelers to Bali. You can avoid this Bali Belly, but it still hasn't really helped. Anyway, we've got about 5 days to go on our holidays, so I'll tough it out. I'm sure I'll survive. It's a town of motorbikes, that's for sure. Sambal asli. Dragon fruit, mangosteens, durian. They don't smell that strong. I can't even smell them. Kelapa muda. I'm really conscious that most of this footage is of us eating, drinking coffee, walking, working out, eating again, drinking more coffee. We didn't do very many touristy things. Like there were turtle sanctuary places that we could have visited, or there was a museum, or we could have gone to visit some temples. But we just didn't feel like doing any of that. We went to Bali with just the notion that we wanted to get away from the Perth winter and have a chill time and just relax and enjoy ourselves. What I recorded was not exhaustive, and so I did miss some things. Like obviously I didn't film every meal and I didn't film every workout. Our holiday probably looks like it was kind of boring by most people's standards, but for us it ticked all the boxes, and so I hope it's not been too boring for you. This is called salad. I've never eaten one of these before. You're supposed to press the tip, I think, and then peel it from there. Oh yeah, here we go. Ooh. Ooh! I can see something moving in there. Yeah, this is not to be eaten. Here, I'll show you the little maggots. There are maggots in this fruit. Do not eat. Whoa. It's a good thing I'm not squeamish. Honestly never seen such thick bougainvillea. It's thriving. More bougainvillea. So it goes the entire length of the hotel. It's the whole roof.
That's what I mean.
So they should actually put some entertainment spaces up here. Our hotel room is, I think, the fourth one along. Yeah, so you can see that because of the height of the building, the sun doesn't actually get much chance to warm up the water, so it's been quite cold. Just wandering through this neighborhood. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just wandering. Taste out of 5.
About 5. I can't not get a good taste of it.
gonna have to ignore the sandwiches and pasta side. So you don't think these tablets work?
And you know what? If they did, they'd be the most famous tablets on the planet. Because everyone would take them. They don't work. There's two people sitting here that fucking prove it.
Oh, the Bali Belly. So I got a lot of tips before we went away. The top one was don't drink the tap water, drink bottled water only. Yes, we did that. Even for brushing our teeth, we only used bottled water. Somebody else said to me, don't eat the salads, don't eat anything raw. Salads and I guess fruit salad, stuff like that, she said avoid. Another suggestion was if you handle money, notes or coins, to sanitize your hands immediately after. So carry hand sanitizer with you. But the top tip, of course, was to take this travel medication, Travelan, which we did do, as well as the bottled water thing and the hand sanitizer stuff. So yeah, I'm in two minds about really how effective all of that was. I think I was just unlucky because I have the opposite of an iron stomach, put it that way.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Very nice.
I love these satay lilit. They're great. Delicioso. I went to London when I was in my 20s and I ended up staying there for almost 10 years. And while I was there, I didn't take too many Asian holidays. Most of my holidays were, in that part of the world. Or I was coming back to Perth to visit family. And that was the main priority. So I may have flown through Denpasar airport a few times over the years, but I never got out of the airport. I was always transiting. So as a result of that, I had never been to Bali. I don't know, it just wasn't on my radar until this year. Bagus. Good. Ooh. I think it might be a bit right where it's black.
Stand right in front of them.
It's only coming out of one end.
Two people sitting here that fucking prove it. Want to see me ass?
Sedap. Tasty. Sedap. Final morning before we check out and head to the airport. We're just standing at the main pool and waiting to see the sunrise. Not sure whether it'll be much this morning because it's a little bit overcast. Let's check it out anyway. Let's see what transpires.